G'day trendsetters, coming to you today with my review of the Mavic Allroad S wheel set, an aluminium wheel set, aluminum wheel set if you prefer, designed for tyre sizes measuring 30mm all the way up to 64mm. If you're a regular to the gravelcyclist.com website or YouTube channel, social media, etc., you'll likely have seen my quick unboxing and features video of this particular wheel set. Regardless if you've seen that video or not, it's time to crack on with the review. But first, a little bit of company history into Mavic, and pardon the aircraft in the background. Mavic is not exactly new to the cycling landscape. The company has been around for many, many years, and once upon a time they used to produce some very fine group sets designed mostly for road, although they did also produce some group sets for mountain bike. In fact, Sean Kelly, absolute cycling legend, spent part of his career riding on Mavic group sets and won some big races on those components. I'm a huge fan of Mavic. I rode Mavic from new back during the early 90s, which is totally given away my age, etc. But there you go. And another factoid, Mavic was the very first company to bring to market a legitimate electronic shifting rear derailleur, way before Shimano Di2 and way before SRAM E-Tap. Mavic was also the first to launch wireless shifting with the Metrotic system. I might produce a video too later on about Mavic Zap, etc. I have a few Zap systems in my stash. Okay, enough bollocking on about Mavic Zap. Now it's time to talk about these wheels. And here is the rear wheel. We're looking at the drive side, of course. There are 24 bladed spokes in a 2-cross pattern. And you might notice these are some very unique spoke nipples. They're not the sort of spoke nipple that's going to be kept in stock by your average bike shop. So that's something you'll want to consider if you purchase this wheel set. I've got friends who've ridden Mavic wheels in the past, they're pre-built wheels at least, and they've been pretty reliable. So you take what you will from that. The other thing about these wheels is, well, they're very nondescript in appearance, so they'll match a lot of bikes, obviously. And this rim is 22mm deep, and it is hookless, which is not going to be a feature that everyone's going to be too chuffed about. I've had good experience with hookless on low-pressure gravel bike applications, and I'm talking about mid-20s to low 30s PSI. If I was running road tires, say a 32mm casing, for my body weight, about low 40 PSI. But I really would prefer hooked rims. Another thing about this rim, no holes to be seen anywhere for spokes. So, well, let's hope you never ever break a spoke, etc. But this uses what Mavic calls their 4 drilling technology to make a completely airtight cavity for the tubeless tyre. This cassette body is Shimano, Campagnolo and SRAM XDR is available. The through axle is 12mm by 100mm. Flipping it over, of course, you get the fantastic center lock standard for mounting the rotor, and we have, of course, the same bladed spokes on the non-drive side, once again in the 2-cross pattern. And these are, if you haven't figured it out right there, straight pull spokes. Here be the front wheel, and once again we get 24 bladed spokes, same as the rear wheel, same exact spoke type, straight pull in a 2-cross pattern, and the same nipples. I forgot to mention this rim receives a treatment known as black shield rim finish, which is a combination of anodizing and paint, and apparently it reinforces against impacts and scratches. Get oversized bearings in the Mavic branded hub. The hubs here are aluminium, and these rims are, of course, aluminium, if I didn't mention that already. So this should hypothetically make for a very durable wheel set. The disc brake rotor standard, center lock, love that. Flip it over, the non-disc side, same spoke pattern, 2-cross, etc., straight pull. And the through axle is 12mm by 100mm. And I know that everybody wants to hear how the cassette body sounds. Pardon the chirpy bird in the background. Let's get this wound up for you. Not the loudest free hub by any means. That's the technical specs covered. Now it's time to throw these wheels onto the gram scale. Front wheel onto the scale, including the little tag there, that might weigh half a gram. 873 grams. Rear wheel, 984 grams. I love doing this. Chucking the wheels on top of one another, trying to make everything balance. This is not a light pair of wheels. They are coming in at 1,857 grams. Outside measurement is 28.6768. Inside rim measurement, 24.77. So rim depth, 21 point, well, basically it's 21 millimeters. It's a tiny bit under spec. I believe they're 22 millimeters deep. Let's get busy inflating. Bontrager TLR flash charger pump, no compressor. 148 PSI in the secondary cylinder. Shoots and he f***ing scores. That's the tech specs, the weighing, the rim measuring, and the tyre mounting covered. Now it's time to find out how the Mavic Allroad S wheel set rides. Weighing just over 1,850 grams, these wheels aren't breaking gram scale records, but this wheel set isn't about low weight. What you're getting here is an excellent value wheel set that is still as straight, round, and true as the day I received them, and thus far, impressively strong. Aluminium wheels have been around for eons, and Mavic knows this material like the back of their hand. Ride quality is very good. Obviously tyre pressure will have plenty to do with that, but these wheels will surprise you. They're not the sort of wheels that are overly stiff and hence beat you to death, and they don't suffer the malady of issues with side winds, which can be an issue for some deeper section rim wheels. I rode these wheels exclusively with Panarace's excellent Gravel King X1 tyres in 700 by 40 and 45 millimeter. See the review link below and the little pop-up box on screen. So I cannot confirm their performance with roadie width tubeless tyres. However, I'm of the opinion these wheels are well suited to their all-road moniker, no matter the type of bike, and as a bonus, bomb-proof construction. If I was expecting dodgy weather or nasty conditions, these are the wheels I'd think about using. In my experience, Mavic's bearings have always been ultra smooth, no exception here, and as you heard earlier, a pretty quiet free hub engagement mechanism. In the real world, with wind buzzing your ears, you're likely not to hear a skerrick of noise. I believe the spoke nipples at use here are similar to Mavic's Cerium wheel set, a design that has been around for something like 20 years. I've only heard of one such nipple failing from a very old pair of Ceriums, and it wouldn't stop me from considering these wheels for purchase. There is a lot to like about the Mavic Allroad S wheels. They look great on just about any bike, arrive with a 3-year warranty, and are super easy to set up tubeless style. Hookless rims may not be for everyone, but at US $530 for a pair, they represent a great value. Certainly you can buy some cheap piece of wheel set off eBay, but good luck with warranty, build quality, and so on. Chapeau Mavic. So there you have it, trendsetters, my review of the Mavic Allroad S aluminium wheel set. A true all-road wheel set, catering to tyre sizes from 30mm up to 64mm, and without breaking the bank. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel for real world, no bullshit product reviews such as this one, and real world, no bullshit gravel bike reviews, ride experience videos, and of course my favorite really, general madness. Is the pool guy outside? You want to kill him, don't you? as all of it is released to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.